Now it's time for Dear Love Talk. You know, look, many people, when they face a problem, they struggle in their relationship, in marriage, you know, whatever, their heart is involved, they go, I have done everything I knew. I've done everything and I couldn't solve this problem. I can't change the situation. There is nothing more to do, or I don't know what to do. This is a time where you should contact us, because there might be an answer to your struggle. Sometimes it's something very small that the person has to do. It's something very, very small that they are not seeing.
It's a small step.
Yeah, it's just a small step. Sometimes it's irreparable, but many times it's small things, it's small steps that you need to know in order to solve your relationship problems.
And we don't disclose anybody's name here, by the way. You can write to us anonymously. You know, be sure that your name, you know, we're going to answer your questions without any doubts, okay? So let's go into the first question then. Would you like to read the first question?
Yes, indeed. How far is too far when dating? When I'm with my boyfriend, things tend to get heated. He sometimes asks me to do things that I honestly don't feel comfortable with, but I end up doing them anyway because I don't want to disappoint him. However, I end up feeling guilty right after. He is my first boyfriend and he has more experience than I do, but I tend to feel ashamed after I do certain things with him. I don't know how to put boundaries because I love him. What do I do?
First question is, do you love yourself first?
Thank you, I was going to say that.
Before loving him, because apparently you don't love yourself. By subjecting yourself to such things, feeling terrible after, just because you want to please him, maybe not lose him, for various reasons. Not only because she says she loves him, but maybe it's hard to find another one, maybe he's cute, or maybe, you know,
it's her first boyfriend.
First boyfriend, she doesn't know how, she thinks that that's the way it's supposed to be, which is not, because look at the way you feel. One advice is to take a fire extinguisher when you go to date him. So put his fire out, okay? Right on his face, by the way.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't work. But once again, I mention this from time to time to every woman that writes to us. Self-value, love yourself. Women nowadays need to love themselves, value themselves a bit more. Sometimes they give themselves way too easy.
And too quickly.
And they want respect. They demand respect and more respect, but they themselves don't offer that respect. And, you know, they give themselves away too easily. And in order to keep a relationship, perhaps, I don't know, that's what they go through. Unnecessarily. If that's what you consider love, you said you love him, I don't know if you believe that he loves you. If you consider that love, then you need to watch our programs a bit more often, because you're not exercising intelligent love.
It's like this, in the name of love, she's doing things, well, supposedly in the name of love, but she's disrespecting herself, what she believes is the right thing to do. So it's more common than not that you say, oh, it's because, you know, this relationship is important to me and I love him, you know, and that's what he does and that's what he likes. But how about what you like? Before having a relationship with someone, you have a relationship with yourself, and you can't betray yourself because of anybody. And that's what you're doing. You are betraying what you believe you should do because of him. So you can't do that. You can't. So first of all, she needs to put a stop to it. She's the one. If she waits, things will only get worse and worse. She needs to put a stop to it. She needs to talk. You need to talk to him. You need to talk to your boyfriend. Put a stop to it. One thing that I think they should do, when you go out, when you are together, don't be alone. That helps. Don't be alone. Be in a public place. I think it's going to be very hard for you to do any of the things that you say you don't feel comfortable with in a shopping mall, for example. So that's one. But if the price for you to respect yourself, respect what you believe in, is end this relationship, then by all means. But I don't think you need to go that far. If you know what you want, you know what's right.
Set boundaries, once again. Set boundaries and see the way he's going to react to those boundaries. If he realizes that he's, misjudging you, if he's, not doing right, that's a positive thing. So he changed, you guys come to an agreement, no more, excellent. But if you feel that, after that, he's going to be a bit more distant, he's now avoiding you, then good riddance, I say, because you don't deserve that, okay? Let's go into the second question now. How do I get my partner to feel more comfortable with the fact that I am in a successful career? I guess this question comes from a woman, by the way.
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't bode well.
Yeah.
I think there is a lot of things in that question there. How do I get him to be more comfortable with the fact that I am in a successful career? What does that mean?
Yeah. First of all, why is he feeling uncomfortable?
Yeah. What does she mean by feeling more comfortable? Yeah. I think.
And why is he feeling uncomfortable? Is it because she makes more money than him? Is it because he's unemployed? Or, I don't know, she rubs it on his face? Or maybe maybe she doesn't do that, but he can't put up with the success of a woman. Maybe he thinks that he must do better. It's a quandary. I think this is something that we come across very often nowadays. Yes, very often, more than ever. More than ever. When women, they have a certain career, mm-hmm. They're doing well financially, it's not wrong. It's not wrong. It's good. But the problem is that how some of them handle it, and how some of the men that they are with can handle it. Because some men are okay with that. Mm-hmm. They have a good job, a good financial life also, and they don't have a problem with the woman making more money. The problem is that sometimes, most of the time, we deal with this on a regular basis. We talk to people. We've spoken to countless couples about it. When we see the woman doing better than the man when it comes to career, and there's a problem where the woman becomes a bit more bossy. Her mannerisms, even when talking to us in counseling sessions, we see the way she talks and etc. She looks very, very, I'm sorry to say, sometimes very arrogant. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that she has to belittle herself, of course not. But, she's the boss in her workplace. She has men working under her responsibility, a group of people, I don't know how many. And when she gets home, she has to shift.
Yeah.
And that might be a problem.
When she says doesn't feel comfortable, for some reason, although I can't be sure, I don't believe it 100% that he is not comfortable. It's just that, like you said, many women, because we counsel many women who come to our seminar, it's like this. I have my career, okay? I have my career, and everything else comes after. So mm-hmm. You have to adapt to me, to what's important to me. You have to understand that I don't have time. The time that you want. I can't give you the attention that you want because I have a successful career, Mm-hmm. And that's the problem, because it's all me. What is important to me, I have fought so hard to be where I am, which is valid, which is good, but not to the price of a relationship. Mm-hmm. If you put your career above your family, always, then that's where it's going to be. How do you expect the guy to say, yeah, you don't need to do anything, or, I would make the most effort for this relationship, you just worry about your career, and we're going to be happy, and we're going to be fine. Mm-hmm. It's not going to work. So you have to see there if it's really him who is not comfortable, or if it's you who are being, like you said.
As I said, there's nothing wrong with women working. However, it will affect the house, the family, if they have children. We know the man is the provider, he's the leader. He's there to lead, to provide, so he's ahead, he's in front. He knows he's going to wake up early in the morning, spend the whole day working hard, return home at the end of the day. We're not saying that the woman must be waiting for him, but it might be the case in which the woman is not there when he arrives because she's also coming from work. Or, you know, when they're supposed to be together, she has a meeting that she needs to attend. He also has a meeting. Sometimes even the kids are neglected. Yeah. It's a big issue. So it has to be well discussed and see where the problem is. You have to go to the root of the problem, okay? Visit our website, lovetalkshow.tv. You have links to our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, where you can watch some of our previous programs, and who knows, you may find some of the answers there. Also, if you want to write to us, write to questions@lovetalkshow.tv. We will answer your questions here, clear out any doubts that you may have about your relationship, or those of you who are single also will be more than glad to give you some very nice and powerful tips here, okay?